All right, welcome back to one more edition of Boxing Algarete. So, don't have much news for you guys today. Just wanted to do this quick video. So, okay. So, I follow a YouTube channel called Showbiz the Adult for boxing videos and boxing information. And the guy's a clown, you know, he's real funny, so I love watching him. I love his energy. He's a real cool guy. Shout out to Showbiz. That's my dude. I love the show, so shout out to him. So he made a video about David Haney and Lomachenko, and you know, he was praising Lomachenko a lot in the video. And, you know, there was just, you know, there's some things I didn't agree. So, you know, I went in my comics, in his comment box, and I commented. And then I basically stated that that he thinks too highly of Lomachenko, and that Lomachenko was overrated. I didn't think that was gonna create so much drama, but it fucking did, like crazy. So I got a whole bunch of comments on it. It was kind of funny. I kept going back and forth with this fan of Lomachenko. And man, people. At first, I was digging the conversation. The guy knows his boxing. I'm not gonna lie. He knows his stuff. He was pretty knowledgeable. But one problem with the whole thing is he's a fanboy. You know, he's a real fanboy. Like, he's so stuck on Lomachenko that he doesn't see anything else. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. So basically our back and forth was, you know, him telling me that Lomachenko's not alright, that Lomachenko, you know, was skilled, and me telling him, you know, bringing up the Salido fight, bringing up the fact that he cherry picked the hell out of Rigo, that he likes fighting smaller guys, you know, just all those things. So we kept going back and forth about it, you know, having a really good debate, you know, a real good back and forth. And in his last comment, that's when I had to stop fucking with him, because I just, like, I can't argue with someone who would say something so ignorant. He goes on to say that pound for pound, skill set wise, Lomachenko is the best ever. He said, and in this comment, he said, better than Floyd, better than Sugar Ray Leonard, better than Sugar Ray Robinson, and even better than Muhammad Ali. That's when I just blew a shit, bro. I sent him one last comment, told him that, you know, just basically called him ridiculous, that he was a delusional. Come on, you know, how the hell are you gonna compare the two? First of all, he tried to say that in his first 10 fights, Loma has accomplished more than any of those fighters. Okay. Now, I don't know if he understands this or not, but the only reason Lomachenko was able to do what he did was because Bob Arum paid off the WBA. Okay? How can you promise a fighter that you have not signed yet a title shot when that fighter is not even in the ranking systems yet? How can you guarantee him a title shot? There is an interview of Lomachenko saying that was the reason why he signed with Top Rank, because he was promised a championship in his second fight. Normally that would not go down. I'll give you a clear example. Don't you guys remember a few years back when the Mayweather and McGregor fight was about to go into place, where there was some issues with the Nevada State Commission because they didn't want to approve basically a novice against Floyd Mayweather, so basically a new boxer, new to the sport, going against an experienced boxer. They didn't want to approve it, but like I said, money speaks. Money moves mountains. You know what I'm saying? So they made the fight happen. Same thing with Bob. Bob made an investment in Loma. Why you think Bob is so invested in Lomachenko? Because he put so much money to begin with. Okay? The commission, especially back in those days, would have never allowed Sugar Ray Robinson or any of those fighters to fight anybody that had a really good record if they were new, because it just wouldn't. They protect their fighters. They protect the fighters. Okay? So they wouldn't have allowed it. But in his case, it was allowed because we all know the relationship between Bob and the WBA. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want to discredit Lomachenko whatsoever. I still feel he's a great fighter. I still feel he's a Hall of Famer. But I can't put him up there with the Sugars, with the Sugar Rays. I can't. I can definitely not put him up there with Ali. Can't do that. Can't do that. These were boxers that fought 15 rounds. These were boxers that had wars with other competitive boxers. You know what I'm saying? They had proven themselves in the ring. Do you guys honestly think Loma would last 15 rounds the way he's been looking lately? Just imagine if the Salido fight would have won 15 rounds. Like I said, man, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a great fighter, but he is a hype job. He is way overhyped. Way overhyped. Is he a great? Like I said, he is great. He's great. But he's so overhyped. ESPN and these fanboys are believing it. That's the fucked up thing about this whole thing, is that they believe in this bullshit that they're feeding them. Like, he even tried to come at me saying that that I need to look at his fights without being. Dude, I'm the most unbiased person ever. Like, I don't even have a favorite fighter right now. An active favorite fighter. My favorite fighter was Floyd Mayweather Jr. at one point. The moment he retired, I don't have a favorite fighter. So I admire all these fighters. I like all these fighters. Then he also made a statement about that, because I said that Lomachenko was protected, because Lomachenko, alright, so one of the things I said was that, he came at me and said, well, Rigo was the one who called him out, so he fought him, and my argument was, how come Loma didn't meet Rigo halfway? He could have dropped down a weight class, made Rigo go up one weight class, and they could have met in the middle, and it would have been a fair fight. At least in my eyes, I would have seen it more of a fair fight. But he made him go up. So his response to that was like, oh, well, Rigo called him out. So my response to that was like, well, Pacquiao called Loma out too. And his excuse was that Pacquiao was too old. But now Pacquiao over here beating cats that are younger than Loma. So, what is it? Which one is it? He's protected, so he was being protected. So he came back with saying that, oh, well, all boxers are protected, Errol Spence is protected, and I have to agree, yes, they are protected to a certain extent. You think, now let's be honest. leave me your comments. Leave me your comments. Do you guys think if Errol Spence was with Bob Arum, do you think Bob Arum would have made the Errol and Sean Porter fight? Think about that. Personally, I don't think so. That's protecting your fighter. That's a dangerous fight for anybody. Why you think Crawford don't want that fight? Oh, talking about, we friends, we buddies. Man, there ain't no friends in boxing, dude. This is boxing. I've heard of brothers-in-law. I've heard of cousins. I've heard of fighting and everything. You gonna tell me you're not gonna fight someone because they're your friends? Get the fuck out of here, man. Bullshit. You don't want to fight them because you know that's a dangerous fight. Same thing with Loma. Loma didn't want to fight Pacquiao because he knew that was a dangerous fight. He knew that that's a fight he could lose. Why hasn't he said anything about Haney? He keep calling out Tank because he sees flaws in Tank. That's why. But I still think Tank is going to beat him. I think Tank is going to knock him the fuck out. I hope they make the fight. And to the fanboy, if they make that fight, and when Loma gets knocked the fuck out, I'm going to hit you back. And I'm going to ask you if you still think he's the best pound for pound of all times. I'm bold, bro. I am bold as fuck. I even told this cat that I almost guarantee him that Loma loses in his next 3 fights. Loma will take an L in one of his next 3 fights. That's my prediction. The last few fights that I've seen Loma in, that's what I got from that. He is on his way down. He is going to lose. So, basically, why I wanted to make this video is just to show the people who do watch my videos, I'm not biased whatsoever. I give credit where credit's due. But I also am not going to sit there and let you lie to my face like ESPN be doing with the whole Lomachenko and the Tyson Fury situation as well. I'm not ignorant. I have a mind of my own. I can think for myself. And that's all that's all I was asking from him. It's just like, dude, you need to have a mind of your own. Think for yourself. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm pretty sure when he was typing those things, he didn't even feel right about it. But it is what it is. Thank you guys for your thought. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about the video. About Lomachenko being the best pound for pound skill wise of all time. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you and God bless.